Hello everybody and welcome back to another Schmeat video. Today we're going to be continuing our ranking series. We ranked the point guard, shooting guard, small forwards, power forwards. I think we ranked rookies as the first ranking video, but now we're on to centers, which is a very interesting position in the NBA. It's really revolutionized more than any other position where it was more of the dominant type. Like you got Shaq, you got I'm trying to think of it like Hakeem. And now as the NBA transitioned into three-point shooting, so did the center position. So you got guys who were really good in their heyday like DeAndre Jordan or Marc Gasol, and they've really had to transition their game. And guys who can't transition their game like DeAndre Jordan are left kind of in the dust. And guys who can transition game, like I'm thinking of like a guy like Brook Lopez, who has revolutioned himself as a really serviceable 3-point shooter, who have stayed in the league like longer than they might have would have if they didn't. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we got the tiers right here: superstar, all-star, good, average, below average, and trash. Again, I didn't make this list, so I probably wouldn't have used the word trash because every player's in the NBA. They're obviously not trash, but we got a lot of centers right here. So let's just get right into it. Aaron Baines, I think he had a really good 2-year stretch with the Suns. But this year on the Raptors, he's been a below average starting center. I might put him up a tier, might put him down a tier once I compare these centers with the other centers. But we got Andre Drummond. He put good stats up on bad teams throughout his first 6 years in the league. Now he's on the Lakers, and I think he's good. Again, we'll have to see who else I put in these tiers. He might drop down now that I think about it, but let's chill with that. Al Horford is very interesting. I wish he would have got traded because he's just wasting another half a season. But I think I would rather have Al Horford on my team than Aaron Baines. And that's kind of my reasoning behind that. So Bam Adebayo, I do think he's a lot better than Andre Drummond. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in saying that. It's Brook Lopez. Oh, God. Brook Lopez. What do I think of... I mentioned him before. I think I have to put him in the same tier as Al Horford. Clint Capella is another interesting one. I think I'm putting him good. I have to drop Andre Drummond down, because if I'm putting Clint Capella in the same tier as Andre Drummond, that's just doing Clint Capella a lot of disrespect. Christian Wood, I'd say, is in the same tier as Clint. Cody Zeller, I'm usually biased towards Hornets players in my last ranking videos where I might have had them in a better tier than they are, but I have to look at it like this. He's either below average or trash. And would I rather have Aaron Baines or Cody Zeller on my team? I'd rather have Aaron Baines. Aaron Baines can at least space the floor. Cody Zeller is a one-dimensional player. And although he had a good game versus whoever the Thunder, I think he had a good game. I think he had like 15 and 14. His overall career has just been mediocre at best. So DeAndre Ayton, I would put him at the same tier as all these guys. DeAndre Jordan, mentioned him before. I think the Nets, this is another way I look at things. I think the Nets would rather have Aaron Baines as a backup center on their team than DeAndre Jordan. That's just my thinking behind it. Got to put Joel in superstar. He's having an MVP type season. We'll have to see if he's the actual MVP we got, because we got another guy coming up here in Jokic that might put him. I might put him ahead of Embiid right now. So Jusuf Nurkic. Has he played this season? I don't even know. But he's one of those guys who have just never been available. He's always have some kind of injury, so I can't put him in good. And would the Portland Trailblazers rather have all three of these players above him? I think they would. So I think I put him in below average just because the best I think this is a quote, I'm not really sure. The best ability is availability. Jusuf Nurkic is just not out there at all. I don't know if he's taking vacations or if he's just got, serious injuries behind it. I don't even know where he's at. So I think I have to put him in below average just because of that. And that's not like a considerable knock on like his skill. It's just that you got to be out there and play. Like, I wonder if, I think I ranked Jared Jackson Jr. In my power forwards video, and I put him like in a tier where he shouldn't be because, he's just never out there. So let's just go on. Jonas Valanciunas, pretty below average. Same with James Wiseman. Obviously he has way better potential than all these three guys, and obviously all these three guys. But based off right now, I think the Warriors would rather have all three of these guys. I might put Al Horford in a tier below, but I think I'm going to keep him right there. Karl Anthony Towns is super interesting. Oh, God. Because I think he's a lot better than Bam Adebayo, but he's obviously not at the same level as Joel Embiid. Oh, God. I don't want to make another tier like I did for my power forwards video with Jason Tatum because I don't think that's a way to go about it. So I think he's closer to Joel Embiid than he is Bam Adebayo. Maybe. Kristaps is good. I think Bam is just... I think he's better than these guys. I think I'm confident in saying that. Marcus Aldridge, pretty average. Let me make sure that I'm getting this right because, okay, yeah, I think I'm pretty good. Marcus All, yeah, he's pretty trash. I think the Lakers would have any one of these centers above Marcus All. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in saying that. So, Mason Plumlee, I'd say he's pretty below average. I might have to bump maybe James Wiseman up because James Wiseman, has a little more bounce in his step than all these guys. So I might, yeah, I'm confident in that. Mitchell Robinson, below average. I'm pretty confident in that. Pretty average for Miles Turner. I might not be valuing his defensive abilities as much in this ranking. But he's had a down year. His 3-point percentage is down. He's still having a good year. I'd have him on my team for sure. I wish we traded for him. But just going off of what he is, I think he's pretty average. I think the Indiana Pacers would have all these they would value all these guys ahead of Miles Turner. But maybe I'm valuing Clint Capella too much. I'm not really sure. Jokic, superstar. It's pretty easy. I think... as of right now, he might be the best out of these guys. Obviously, Cat has to be third in all cases. Nikola Vucevic, All-Star. I was kind of fearful because I only had Bam in this All-Star category, but yeah. Rudy Gobert, All-Star. There's no way in hell that he is as good as these three guys because although he is, first in defensive player of the year, he does have defensive flaws and he's only really a rim protector on defense. And that's still a good thing, right? That's still defensive player of the year worthy, but there's more to defense than just rim protecting. And I know he puts up blocks and deflections or whatever with those long arms, but in the pick and roll, he gets exposed. His offensive game is very limited. Obviously, he opens up shots for his teammates, but I think that any center does that, and he does it maybe a tad bit more, but he's not at the same level as these three guys because these three guys can all, in their own right, do a lot of things better than Rudy Gobert. So I don't want Jazz fans to come at me in the comment section, but it's just the harsh reality of it. I think Rudy Gobert is better than these guys. I'm pretty confident in saying that, but what is he already? Is he already in his 30s? He might be 28, 29, but I don't see him as good as these three guys. That's just my reasoning behind it. Rashard Holmes, pretty average, I'd say. So, Steven Adams, average. I still like Steven Adams. I think he's one of the funniest guys in the league. Serge Ibaka, below average. Thomas Bryant, below average. Tristan Thompson, trash. Wendell Carter, below average. I know I sped run that just a little bit, but I'm pretty confident with what I already put this tier as. Maybe there should have been another tier because it looks pretty crowded down here, but I do think most centers are below average just because like it's gonna take a few years for the centers to fully revolutionize it. Like I think the centers coming into the draft are a great indicator of it. You got Evan Mobley, who doesn't have the frame of a typical center, and he's still a top 5 pick in the draft. So that just shows you that there's more room to grow. And obviously, most of these centers are young. Like Mitchell Robinson, I expect to be average or good in a few years. Same with Wendell Carter. I heard he's having a few good games on the Magic. So I expect him to be maybe good. I don't know if he has the same potential as Mitchell Robinson does, but you got young guys in here. Cody Zeller's going to stay trash for probably the rest of his career, but that's going to do it for me, guys. This might have been a longer video, but yeah, I'll see you guys later.